I was supposed to have a guest today, Jeff Klein, the Speaker Sherpa, someone to guide you on your speaking journey to get booked on more stages. But I don't know where he is, but I hope he's all right. But what I thought I could tell you about is the benefits of RSS feeds. Um, So the benefits of RSS feeds is that it's automated. You set it up and you don't do anything else. And as far as I've been using RSS feeds, I've hooked up my YouTube channel to my email. I'm using Synfox from AppSumo, and I email you if you're on my list once a week. And it's really nice because kind of a slacker when it comes to email. But Synfox makes it really easy by picking up the RSS feed and sending it out once a week for me. It emails me. The show airs Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I get an email on Mondays about 7 a.m. Eastern time saying that my email is ready for my review. So I check it out, select the list I want to send it to, select the time, make sure the copy is right, and hit schedule. And I usually send it out on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Try to keep that 10 a.m. Eastern time consistent. Another way to use RSS feed is that I hooked it up to Soundwise for a podcast. I was a really big fan of Anchor, but Anchor told me no when I asked about hooking up RSS feeds, and my feelings was hurt. So I looked somewhere else, and thankfully I did buy Soundwise. Jeff's here. Hello, Jeff. I was just telling everyone about RSS feeds, but I'm going to finish this sentence real quick. Soundwise, I got Soundwise because I thought at one point Anchor might charge for podcasts. So what I did was I got Soundwise. I found out, I got an email from them saying that I should check out their new features. And when I did, I realized that I could hook up my YouTube channel, RSS feed, and I could have a podcast without me doing any uploading. And that was a relief for me. It didn't take long to upload a show, but I didn't want to do it. And since I didn't want to do it, and I found out that Soundwise would do it for me, it was like, yay. Okay. Hello, Jeff. How are you today?
Hi, Erica. I'm sorry I got a little late. My technology was slowing me down.
That happens.
Yeah. But I'm thrilled to be here.
That's good. I'm glad. And I thought something might have happened. Sometimes when I turn on my computer, some days it just want to update. And I'm like, why?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. And that was just technical issues.
Me too.
So before I got started going on a tangent about RSS feeds, I was telling people that you are a Speaker Sherpa.
Right. Well, yeah, that Sherpa title was given to me by a client. Sherpas are the people who live at the bottom of Mount Everest and guide people up to the top. So since I was his guide to turning speaking into business, that's he told me I was his Speaking Sherpa, and I liked it so much I latched onto it, and I put it on my LinkedIn and a couple other things. So that's where that comes from.
I like that. That's a really good name.
Thanks. Me too. Go ahead.
So how did you get into helping people with their speaking?
Completely by accident. My adult career, the part of my life ever since college, was a series of fortunate events. Pardon my one of my roommates here. But yeah, I call it a series of fortunate accidents. I had an ad agency, which came out of my time in the movie business. I made lots more TV commercials and corporate videos than I did movies. And so I opened my own ad agency in 2001. And a couple years into that, I got involved with an organization called CEO Space, which is a really fabulous international entrepreneurs club. And every Friday they were teaching the elevator pitch, which was perfect for me because that's, elevator pitch and business networking is your most basic way to advertise a business. And for some of us, it's the only way we can afford to advertise our business. And I really clicked with the education that they were giving there, and they became we. I joined the organization and started speaking at some of their events, and helping run the elevator pitch lunch. And then somebody said, "Hey, would you come do that elevator pitch thing in our meeting at our networking group?" And I made sure it was okay. And I said, "Sure." And it was, I was helping promote CEO Space, but I was also, also understood I was helping promote my ad agency at the time. And after that meeting, somebody said, "Hey, would you come do that at our group?" And then somebody at that group said, "Would you come do that at our group?" And before you knew it, once or twice a month, I was speaking, and found out that there was this thing that we now call business speaking, as opposed to public speaking, where you go and speak as a way to promote your business. And once I started doing it, I started helping other people do it too. And in 2006, we started Speaker Co-op as a lunch and a way to get in front of more audiences for each other. And then in 2007, I set a goal to speak once a week, which I did. And then 2008, I set a goal to speak twice a week, which I did. And I did that again in 2009. And that whole time I was helping people through the Speaker Co-op lunch, and I was sharing my experiences and my mistakes. And after those 3 years and 250 talks, I had the bruises and the road rash and the heartache because I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned how to do things through trial and error. And since then, I've been teaching people how to use speaking to get business from the standpoint of learn from my mistakes. It's a lot less painful than learning from your own. And we take years off of people's speaking journey into turning that speaking into revenue. It took me a while, and now people can learn and not have to put in all the years I did.
Understand that. Now, what really caught my attention is that you said you set a goal to speak once a week, and you did it. How did that happen? Like, what made you say, I need to speak once a week, and then actually follow through?
Yeah, well, first of all, this was before COVID, and before it was even before smartphones. This was 2007. So it was all word of mouth and email and conversations. And I understood the importance of setting goals, and I knew that I wanted the exposure, and I knew that from each speaking engagement, usually I would get either another engagement, or some business. And so I wanted more business, and I wanted more speaking engagements. So I decided that once a week was a goal that was achievable. If we go through that whole SMART goals thing, that goal checks all the boxes. It's now I'm going to stump myself on what the acronym stands for. Now I've already forgotten what the S is in the SMART goal. But at any rate, it was certainly achievable. It was doable. It was trackable, and it would help me. It was strategic. It would help me do something I wanted to do. And the more you speak, the more exposure you get to other people and the more business you generate if you're doing it right.
All right. I was just about to ask, how did speaking get you more business?
Well, what I did was I showed people how creative I was with the 30-second elevator pitch, and they bought my creative services for their businesses, or they bought more training on how to get a better elevator pitch. I created a $20 CD. Now we sell it as a digital download, but back then it was a CD. And this guy right here, and I've sold thousands of these in this format as a CD in a box before MP3s and MP3 players came along. And now I sell it as an ebook with an MP3 as a download, because nobody has a way to play a CD anymore.
Yeah, I just got a DVD player for Christmas, and I was very happy.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know, Erica, that you can play CDs on your DVD player.
Yep.
So that's so now you can, all those old boxes on your shelf. Now, most of us took our CDs and ripped them into our computers, so we have all the songs digitally anyway. So that's perfectly legal, by the way. You bought it, you can put it on your hard drive.
Yes. And it's safer from kids. I have two kids who broke both our DVD players. That's why I got a new one for Christmas.
Now, did you get it from them or?
No, of course not.
I didn't think so.
So you've spoken on many stages and you help other people speak on many stages. When did you start your co-op?
So at the end of 2005, or near the end of 2005, I got together with I put together a coffee with 4 or 5 other people who were also speaking, and everybody had a different agenda. So one guy wanted to be a public speaker, one guy was only speaking to sell his book, and he could only sell his book. His employment contract did not allow him to get paid as a speaker because he was in media. He was on TV as the news guy. And so the only money he could make from speaking was selling his book. And then one fellow was a financial advisor, and his talk was called something like Beachcomber or Walmart greeter, which do you want to be when you retire? And then we had a woman who represented one of the makeup and skincare companies, and she was building her downline in her business using speaking as one of the tools. And we were telling each other the groups we've spoken at, and I said, hey, why don't we start a lunch and invite all the other people we know doing this, and see if we can use that to get in front of more audiences. And they said, great idea, Jeff. Why don't you start a lunch and we will help you? And the truth is, Erica, that is how great ideas die, right? But instead, I decided to go ahead and run with it. And if without their support, it would not have happened. So they did do the help and support thing, but I was the one who took the lead.
I was just about to ask, did they actually help? I'm glad to find out.
Yes, they did actually. All 4 of them actually helped. One guy helped find the hotel with the dining room. One, the other folks helped promote it. And then January 2006, we had our first meeting and 50 people showed up.
Wow.
And we were all like, holy cow, what is going on? And we knew we had something. So those first few meetings, we had 2 different speakers do a 15-minute showcase of what they talked about. And then a few months, and then people came to me and said, hey, we really want all the content to be relevant. We're not interested in a showcase. We want relevant content to speaking or something for our businesses. And that was after the gentleman did a reading from his book of poetry. The next feedback was, we don't want entertainment. We want relevant content if we're going to come spend our time and money at a lunch. So we started asking all the speakers to mold their content to fit the audience, and which is what everybody does now. And then things just kept going. So I was speaking more and more, and I had more and more every month. I had more and more to teach people. For example, here was one of the first lessons we taught people was to have clever topic titles. You know, not I speak on leadership, but the 5 keys to lead like an Air Force pilot. You know, that or you know, something that was relevant to the speaker. And we had an Air Force. I'm sorry, she was a Black Hawk pilot, so it was her talks were all about relevant to that. But the point is that and then somebody said, hey, we need a website. You do websites, don't you, Jeff? And then SpeakerCoop.com was born. And back then, the people in the group chose to pay a small fee to advertise on the website. And so everybody got a speaker profile with their topics and their bio and their contact information and their picture. And that went on. And then the second lesson we taught people was to ask folks when they call about speaking, ask them what their budget is. Don't assume it's a free talk, because they might have a budget. And then don't speak for free, but be willing to waive your fee for the right audience. And most people can understand the difference between free and waiving your fee.
Yeah.
You know,
I
when
like
you're
that.
waiving your fee, you're showing a value.
Yeah. That you are worth something and you have information that is worth paying for.
Right. And you're trading time for money. You're giving people 18 minutes of value in exchange for 2 minutes to tell them how to do business with you.
Yeah. So what I got from your talk is that people requested you to do things and you did it. You were very adjustable, very agile, and you made a business from giving your audience what they asked for. I like
exactly. That. Yeah. In 2010, I closed the ad agency and turned SpeakerCoop into my business and created a tiered membership model. So we have 3 speaker memberships and 1 resource membership, because when you attract a certain niche of people, the other people who want to sell them something show up and want to give them the opportunity to get in front of the audience as well. And yeah, so now people go to the website, 250, 300 people a month. Some are looking for speakers. Most are looking for speakers. And a few are speakers looking for resources.
Oh. So have you ever worked with a virtual summit host who are looking for speakers, and do you have to train them on how to wrangle speakers?
Well, I leave the wrangling folks to you. What we do provide for the summit folks is a great resource to find speakers, because you go to our site and you can search based on topics. So if your summit is, you know, about health, then you can type the word health into the search box and find all the speakers who have health as part of what they do. And I did my first summit probably a couple years before COVID, when summits were brand new. And I could not tell you whose summit it was. I just remember going, people are going to spend 8 hours all day for 2 days in front of their computer. And of course, this was pre-COVID, so we weren't used to that. Yeah, and like I said, I don't remember exactly what summit it was. I remember inviting people and speaking and having the host be very dynamic. And of course, now folks like you talk to our members about doing their own summits.
Yep. For me, they're just fun. So speaking to your speakers, do you give them, I know you said you don't do any wrangling, but I'm wondering if you advise them to hang out on a virtual summit after their talk is over, or try to mingle with the guests or attendees?
Well, I tell folks, if they're going to do a summit, just showing up for their half hour or hour is not how you succeed. You got to show up for the other speakers. As a matter of fact, for some folks, and for me particularly, the other speakers at a summit are prospects as well. So for membership at Speaker Co-op. So usually I'll do some sort of an email blast after a summit to the people that were the other speakers in the summit and invite them to engage with me and and Speaker Co-op, of course. But so when I have a booking service as part of what I do. So those folks, I do recommend summits to them, and I do introduce them to the summit organizers and things like that, for sure. So I think summit's a great tool for those with the right content, of course.
Yeah. I like to tell people that a summit is not the end. There's more to do after your event is over.
Yeah.
There's more to do after you repurpose your content. There's more to do with your attendees by reaching out to them and not just giving them replays. Yes.
You bet. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and nowadays, with speaking virtually, whether it's a summit or not, the follow-up is even more important than it was back when we spoke in person.
Yeah. This, to reach out to people within 1 week of that event. We can't give out the attendees list, but what we can offer is an opt-in to let people who are interested in you, in your talk, to reach out to you, say, yes, I want your freebie. Yes, I want to speak with you more. We can do that. Now, I'm meeting more people who are insisting on having the attendees list, and I'm telling them you can't do that, but this is what you can do, and I'm telling them ways to be more engaging through their talk and how to reach out to them. How do you?
Well, and if you have your own summit, you get the attendee list.
Oh yes, yes. I'm talking about the events where you have other speakers come on. You're like, I can't
Sure.
do that. I feel bad. But at the same time, I don't want the guests to be bombarded by things they don't want.
Right. Well, and that's why you do the lead build, the list builder, lead builder, items, and you give out a way for people to opt into you, and then you get better. That's a better lead anyway, because they've already volunteered to get more information from you.
Yeah. So do you help your speakers come up with their lead magnet or opt-in?
It depends. If part of the membership of Speaker Co-op includes a lot of pre-recorded content for them to use and learn from. When I work with folks individually, which obviously I do as their Speaking Sherpa, those we do help folks with that, obviously, and of course, but if they're joining the website, the answer is not directly.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
I don't work with them one-on-one. I don't work with every member. When people opt into a program with me, then yes, we absolutely encourage them to do that.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Do you have a recommendation of for like starting or suggested price for speakers to start with?
As far as for a keynote address, or is that what you're asking? What should we charge?
Yeah. What should
Okay,
we charge
so
for?
typically to start with a keynote, and again, keynote means you're the featured speaker. You're the only one speaking at that time. Once upon a time, the starting price for featured keynotes was $3,000 to $5,000. And I like to give my clients a range so that they can then tell me what they have in their budget. I usually get more when I give them a range than if I just give them a single number. And then people discount. I mean, I did $1,000 talk at a lunch, several times. I've done that. I'm willing to say yes to that based on the group. And then a lot of times, because there's no such thing as a free speech, I've done the same talk that I got paid $1,000 for without getting paid at all, but I sold more than $1,000 after the talk. So
Nice.
it's all about the revenue model, and to me, more than what you charge as a, to speak.
How do you feel about paying to speak?
That's one of the things where the summit model and I may cross paths or disagree.
Okay.
I have done it, and it can be beneficial, but you can't do them all.
Yeah.
And the model where you pay a refundable fee so then you have to make sure you get X number of invitees and do all the things to help promote the summit. I don't have a problem with that. I think that makes a lot of sense.
It's part of speaker wrangling. That part is part of speaker wrangling.
Right, exactly. And the whole point of a summit is to collect a group of people's lists and invite them. It's not, if I go on your summit and I don't invite anybody, that's not how you do it. I'm not contributing, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
So the money helps make sure people do their part, and help get that, because if everybody's not inviting, the whole thing breaks down and you don't have a successful event. But when it comes to, and I've done them, I have stories, Erica. We did this, a fella came to me years ago, and what did he call the event? He called it the 300 event or something like that. And his idea was that he would get 10 speakers to invite 30 people apiece, and then that we'd have 300 in the audience. And then we would divide we would pay him an override on what we sold. I got, I think I had 12 or 15 attendees. Nobody else had that many. Most of them had 0. I was the only one who wrote him a commission check.
Oh.
And the stuff I sold was to people who already knew me. So I didn't, I didn't get new. Well, again, it was new business, but it wasn't. The whole point of it was for me to meet 270 other people, not my 30.
Yeah.
And so, and then they had, I have no idea how much money they lost. They had a convention center, they rented a convention center and catered a lunch. And I mean, it was a big, it was an ambitious project that didn't pan out.
Wow.
But it didn't pan out because the speakers didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And getting 30 people to drive to a small suburb away from the big city, it was 30 minutes outside of Dallas. Getting 30 people to drive to there, or 300 people, was a bigger ask than, having them go downtown or something like that. So, and we live and learn.
Yeah. We call sharing your audience cross-pollination, where we share
Good word.
attendees. It's like, hey, I got Jeff Klein here on this event. If you want to know about speaking engagement, being a speaker on other people's stages, you want to know about how to get 52 speaking stages, meet me Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to have a conversation with Jeff.
Yeah.
And I got to do that. If you wanted 30 people, I got to do that at least 300 times. Because that's my ratio, or probably even more than that if I want an exact number of 30 people.
Yeah, it's probably twice that.
Yeah. So speaking fees, speaking waivers, paying to speak, and what was that? It was one more, wasn't it? I can't remember. But
Well, and then there's the no fee model, of course,
no fee. Okay.
which is
Yeah.
you're talking about speaking waiver. I guess that would cover that.
Okay.
Then there's
So
profit sharing. There's you don't pay a fee, but you pay half of what you sell back to the planner.
I was gonna ask you about affiliates and selling for affiliates. So that's close enough for me. How do you feel about that model?
Oh, I'm a big fan. I've been a commission salesman since I was 15 years old and selling shoes at the mall.
Okay.
So I believe in commissions and referral fees. We have an affiliate program at SpeakerCoop.com. And the beautiful thing about our program is it doesn't have an expiration date. So if you
Nice.
refer somebody to join and they pay $99 a year or $299 a year or $499 a year, every time they renew, you get another check.
Yeah. So I'm
Even
a
if
big
they do a monthly, if they pay $9.99 a month, you'll get a check every month for $2.
That's nice.
Mhm.
What may I ask the program you're using for that? Is it
Sure. I'm using iDev affiliate,
Okay.
and it's a WordPress plugin. It was super easy to install and fill in the details, and you just have to make sure, again, like everything else, that you check all the boxes. When I first launched it, I was sending people to the homepage of the website, which was wrong because they're going there in order to potentially join. So I figured out what I was doing wrong, and so now when you click on when you use people's affiliate link, it sends them to the membership page.
Yeah.
And I put the link in the chat so you can share that.
Okay, thanks. I will send it. I am copying it now so I remember, and will put it on all the places that we are streaming to.
Well, you should also become an affiliate first and put your affiliate link.
Even better. Oh, there's this program I've just heard of. Well, I haven't just heard of. I've been talking about it forever. It's called mylunchstash.com.
Okay.
I found out about it a little before the year started. What you do is you keep all your affiliate links there. You can make videos about the affiliates. You can tell why you like that affiliate,
Well, that's
and you can
cool.
just have a whole list of them. I love it. But
Well, and everybody should be an Amazon affiliate. A lot of authors aren't using the tools that they have available to them. They put their book up, they put their Amazon link on their website, but they don't put they should be putting an Amazon affiliate link on their website, and then they get paid twice for their book. And the cool thing about the Amazon stuff is then that person is your Amazon customer for 90 days or something, or 6 months or whatever, or until they use somebody else's affiliate link. So everything they buy at Amazon, you get commissions on.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I've heard that you could go live, but you need some kind of Apple product to go live, or at least get the stream key. And whenever for that whole day, you get to be an affiliate for all of their products, and
Oh,
it
cool.
doesn't matter what product you're talking about, as long as you're streaming in that 24-hour day. People buy something, you get commission off of it. I thought that was really good.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So you went from speaking once a week to twice a week, and you said you thought that was pretty easy. Is it easy because you're a part of the co-op that you
Oh, it
created?
wasn't easy. It
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
easy. I just did it. Yeah, no, I never said it was easy. Uh,
Okay.
and I did it without having the virtual assistant or a speaker bureau or a speaker booking agent or anything. It was all just me and people saying you need to book this guy to speak. So no, it's not easy to get twice a week bookings. And I tell my clients who want somebody else to do it for them that it will probably take it 6 to 8 months to ramp up to that many engagements.
Right.
And we'll help people do that. We've got a program where we'll teach them our system and then get them the bookings as their booking agent. So Yeah, I'm sorry. So how do I answer this? So first, the answer is it's not easy. We have hours and hours of great content to help you get there if you want to do it yourself. We have recordings on how to make yourself more bookable, how to create how to create products, how to generate revenue from the stage. All that stuff is available in the members area as audio products. So we're big on the do-it-yourself thing, but then of course you can also pay us to do it for you, which we're here to do as well. Yeah.
At any point, do you have your own events where you do live group coaching?
I do a lot of live coaching. So far, it's mostly one-on-one, but not because I'd love to do a group program. I just haven't had I haven't had 3 or 4 people show up at the same time who wanted to do a group program. So I have a program where I teach people my system to turn a 20-minute talk into clients and leads. And then we get them bookings for the next 5 months. So it's a 6-month program, and the first month's training and strategy. And then the next 5 months are all getting out there in front of audiences. And then of course, making sure you're getting results. So there's a commission component so that I'm also incentivized to make sure you get those results. And then the group version of that is a 3-month training with at least 3 people. 3 to 6 is the right number for that. And we just need 3 people who are ready to do that at the same time. And we'll teach them the system over that 3 months. And then if they want to, opt into to having us do their bookings, then that's a conversation we would have after the 3 months.
Okay. Sounds like a nice program. Do they get like a certificate of completion?
I hadn't thought about that, but there's no reason not to do that. It's not I do have a certification for speaking assistants, but we have not done any certifications for speakers themselves.
Yeah.
But we can.
I'm going to say do it.
Yeah.
Give them like a digital download, tell them to put it on all their social platforms, get a nice frame, a nice mat, and tell them to hang it up behind their wall, and let people know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let more people know about you.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, what do you have coming up next? What's next for you?
We just started offering lifetime memberships. SpeakerCoop.com has been up for 16 years. And this year we started offering a lifetime membership. So if people would want to, save a little money over time, we'd love to have them opt in as lifetime. And that also includes the resource membership. So you can definitely save in the long run if you're planning to be around for 5 or more years. The lifetime memberships are 3 to 5 times the regular cost. But you can get started with this for as little as $10 a month and get that exposure on the website to figure stuff out. Our latest initiatives are the lifetime membership and the affiliate program. Those are our 2 new things. So we have, pre-COVID, I thought about doing a road show and taking the business, speaking to get business on the road to different cities, but now it's all virtual. So I'm considering a summit. The other thing, actually, I do have a specific initiative right now, Erica. We're doing a booklet. We're doing a 75 business tip booklet, and I'm looking for about 10 more speakers who want to, or business experts who want to opt in on that. And then at the end, they'll have a really nice booklet to offer and hand out. So the printed thing they can give away free, or they can sell it as a published info product.
Okay. Can I add some suggestions for that?
Sure.
Okay, hooray. So what I like to do is I interview the people I'm going to make a book for. And I chop up that interview into the questions. Like if you give them the questions ahead of time and let them answer it, let them write out something if they want to. And then you take that transcript and then you put it in the book.
All right. That's a good idea absolutely a good idea for a compilation book. The booklet we're doing is pre-formatted by the gal who provides those, so that everybody gets 5 tips in their own page in the booklet. So that would be definitely be a shareable product to go with the booklet for sure.
One
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
thing.
sure. Love it.
You take those clips and you put them in a YouTube playlist for that book.
Nice. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love that. I'm always open to receiving great ideas, and those are great ideas. We teach folks how to repurpose everything they do. You know, every speaking topic is 50 or 60 other products if you repurpose it properly.
Yeah. Really big fan of repurposing. I'm not sure if you've heard of beacon.ly, but they have some free what is it? You make ebooks out of them, but they have like free
Okay.
parts that you can use. And
Got it.
I love their formatting. It's a lot more than Canva that just gives you a cover, but you have an option of making table of contents, throwing in your whatever link you want them to go to, like every other page if you want it to.
Nice.
Having clickable links throughout the book, like if you want them to go to your website, you can have your website on every page as a footer or a header if you wanted to. Like, love that.
Very cool.
Also, if you take any of your content and make them blog posts, it'll pick up your RSS feed.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of things picking up RSS feeds because sometimes I'm just a lollygagger.
I like that. I shared the link for the booklet for you to be able to share as well.
Okay, thank you. One more. My favorite online printer, if you did want to have it printed, zooprinting.com. This is a place that will give you, you've heard of it?
No, but again, this project is an all-inclusive thing where the person that is producing it is they print a short run for everybody in the booklet, and then we can print more at some place like Zoo. We can send the PDF and get more printed.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say, I use them for postcards, and I get like 1,000 postcards for $35. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm always looking for those leads. Yep.
And I'm definitely gonna look this up.
Good.
So I appreciate you sharing with me also, because that sharing is a nice thing.
I'm all about sharing.
Don't ask me to do it with my kids and cookies. I hate it, but everything else is fine.
Different conversation. That's where you get the cookies you love, and you get the other cookies to feed to them, so they won't eat yours.
Yeah, until they come looking at you with big eyes. Can I have that cookie?
The answer there is what cookie?
Yeah, I don't see one. Well, Jeff, tell everyone where you hang out online. Where can they find you?
I am on all of I shouldn't say all. I'm on the major social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. I think I have a Pinterest page that I don't pay much attention to, but the best way to reach me is using my email address, and I will put my LinkedIn for you to share as well, because that's and the other thing I will share is my so I'll spit it out here in a second. My link to schedule an appointment. I love meeting with folks and helping them figure out where they fit in our world and how we can help them turn speaking into business.
Yeah.
So I'll share my, and then I've got two free download links. One is for speaking education, and one is for networking education, and both of them will. I have a cold cut and paste document, so sorry about that. Both of them will help with either area, there's lots of free tools, really
Okay.
good stuff for folks to have and use. And all you gotta do is share your email address and it's yours. So
Okay.
I
Sounds like a
encourage
good
folks
rate,
to take
especially if you can
advantage.
get 52 speaking gigs. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So we've got a letter of agreement there. We've got a tool to help folks create their own introduction, all kinds of good stuff. And then at the networking page, we've got all kinds of stuff, a one-on-one checklist to use when you're having your one-on-ones, and some interviews about how to be a better networker. And we have a free download about how to create your elevator pitch when you're looking for a job. So
Okay.
those are some of the free things, and we rotate the free things.
Okay. I would definitely make sure that this is on the social platforms and on the email.
Thank you.
Welcome. Well, Jeff, thank you for sharing your time and knowledge with us. I appreciate that.
You are so welcome, Erica.
All right.